Good morning. We're still covering tornado damage from the long track violent tornado that started northeast Tulsa, went all the way across Rogers County, all the way, and still tracking now. The reports of tornadoes just north of Rogers, Arkansas. Tornado continues to track to the east. I'm going to show you damage area where I'm at. I'm in Claremore, east side of Claremore to KOAA, just east of the Cherokee Casino, and it went into a KOAA travel trailer area, and we probably got, I don't know, I'm estimating 35 to 40 travel trailers will flip to this KOAA campground. I don't know about the injuries or anything at this area, but I don't know there were injuries in the area. I can't confirm how many or if there's anything worse than that, but there's a number of these that have been all stacked on top of each other. This is just one part of the park. There's about 200 of these in this area. And at the eastern side of the park here at the KOAA Cherokee Casino, Rogers down here on the east side of Claremore, and the KOA parking lot right here is this area right here on the east side. I'm just south of I-44, north of Highway 20. And the tornado again started, just a little quick recap. Tornado started back west. Actually started exactly 1 mile north of my house over here by Limestone, off 177th and 116th. It went down Highway 20, right in this general area, clipped the south side of Claremore really hard, and then continued to track, and has done major damage all across this area. Numerous entrapments all the way from the east side of Claremore, and the tornado got really vicious. It crossed I-44, and it did across the bridge over there a minute ago, and it looks like we may have flipped vehicles over here, 18-wheelers on I-44 as it crossed. I saw a lot of traffic backed up, and 18-wheelers on there. I think some got flipped. The tornado continued in this area and continued to track, and as tornadoes continue to track all the way. Prior cycled a couple of times, but tornado all the way over east. You can even see some closures over north of this line. I don't know if that tracked through line. It may have. Probably, matter of fact, it probably did. And it tracked all the way to northwest Arkansas now. It's on the ground, probably about off and on the ground, maybe about 90 miles now. Long, damaging tornado. What I can tell you is there's widespread damage from the northeast sides of Owasso, just north of my house, all the way down Highway 20. I've got numerous people that have sent me their personal houses and stuff. I can tell you I've worked with Rogers County Sheriff Office, the Claremore Fire Department, the Rogers County Sheriff's Office, but there's been numerous entrapments and people trapped and people injured east and northeast of Claremore across a number of subdivisions. This damage and this damaging tornado at times was up to a half-mile wide. The wide in some areas it's only maybe about a couple hundred yards wide, and the tornado track was roughly on the ground about 80 miles, off and on from the northeast side of Tulsa all the way to northwest Arkansas now. So it's been a long evening, long day, and search and rescue is still ongoing. We've got emergency vehicles all over the county and the surrounding counties. I'm checking out additional reports of extreme damage, and I'm going to check out some more reports. I've got it in the last few minutes, and I'm going to continue to go over east here and check out some other things I'm getting word on that I'm going to go check out right now, just to the east here. So anyway, widespread damage, widespread injuries. Also earlier this evening, Sanger area, Valley View, maybe in Gainesville, Valley View area. In this area here, there's an extremely destructive tornado. Don't know about fatalities, but I do know there's a massive injuries in this general area. There's a number of buildings collapsed. There was catastrophic damage south of Valley View, across I-35. They're calling this a mass casualty event, is what the local officials are calling it. And again, buildings, a gas station collapsed on 150 people. Do not know the injuries or the death, if there's deaths there or not, but they're calling it a mass casualty event in this area. That's I-35 north of Dallas, where they have a large destructive tornado went across North Texas this afternoon. And also we have bad tornadoes back west and also in northwest Oklahoma, and then up here in South Kansas. But anyway, that's also another area that's been damaged. We've got ongoing tornadoes not too far from me now, north of me again. This tornadic storm is doesn't look near as intense as it did earlier. It came out of south central Kansas, moving east. Looks like more of a Bell Echo now line, moving southeast. And you see just recently all the tornado reports at Decatur, just north of Gentry. This is a damaged tornado. This is the same storm that came out of Tulsa, continues to track in northwest Arkansas. Damaging tornado continues to track to the northeast, and now it's going into southwest Missouri, just on the border of southwest Missouri. It's got a general hit in the general direction of Branson. Branson, you know anybody over in that general direction? This tornadic storm continues to track off to the northeast. It's had a history of producing damaging tornadoes, and it looks like the Storm Prediction Center just issued an MD probably for this damaging long track tornado. And let's see what they say there. South central Missouri, northern Arkansas concerning tornado watch. It says storms continue to move east and northwest Arkansas. And as radar loops talking about the tornadoes coming out of Delaware County, Benton County, over to my east downstream. RAP-based objective shows favorable unstable air mass ahead of the southwest warm front, roughly bisecting Missouri and northwest southeast oriented. Given very favorable conditions, tornadoes will continue downstream. So this storm will continue to produce damaging tornadoes as it tracks over to south of Branson, near Eureka Springs. It's going Bentonville right now. It's got probably damaging tornado in Bentonville. Bentonville, just west of Rogers there, southwest of Rogers. You've got a damaging tornado in progress in that area now. That's using the Springfield radar, Springfield, Missouri radar. Let's go down here in Fort Smith and look at it from a different angle, see what it looks like. The damaging tornadoes in progress there. And they've, like I said, we've had damage all the way from northeast of Tulsa all the way into northwest Arkansas from this long-lived damaging tornado. Looks like it's pretty intense over there right now. Matter of fact, the winds are pretty extreme, to be honest with you, on that storm. We're still, we have about probably anywhere from a 50 to 80 mile path of damage came out of Tulsa and has went all the way to northwest Arkansas. This is a very long damage path, and I'm sure the Weather Service, Tulsa, 115 miles an hour. So Tulsa Weather Service will be out tomorrow morning early. I'm sure assembling teams to start from Owasso on over to Claremore, down Highway 20, all the way to northwest Arkansas. This is our coverage area. So the Weather Service will be having teams out at daylight. So this area has had pretty intense damaging tornadoes this evening, about 80 miles. And I can tell you that a number of people have lost their houses and roofs, cars, trees. The south side, back southwest of Claremore, south side of Highway 20, Keatonville Hill, eastward. I saw major damage of roofs off houses. The tornado, when I was back west, I haven't had time to upload it yet, but I can tell the tornado, when it started over a stovepipe tornado, just northeast side of Owasso, down Highway 20. Saw a tremendous amount of power flashes. I came east on Highway 20. The tornado was literally about a mile or 2 miles in front of me, going down Highway 20. And at one time, it widened a half-mile wide, probably 3 miles west of Claremore, and then it slammed to the south side of Claremore immediately in downtown, and the south side of downtown toward the courthouse, the big church there. I don't know if it's the Baptist church or the Methodist church there on the south, we'll say South Fry Court. Also, it looks like the courthouse area, immediately south of the courthouse, that area, and maybe the Rogers County Jail area was hit. Some roofs are off in that immediate area. Right near the Quick Trip on the south end of town, that area had some damage, big high line tension cables down, and then it continued east across the southeast suburbs of the city of Claremore. The tornado intensified as it left the city of Claremore and started producing intense damage just as it left the city of Claremore along Highway 20. And I'm at the KOAA campground here, and they've sustained heavy damage, and there's damage from here eastward. It goes on for about 50 miles. So this is just one small sample of a long track violent tornado across northeast Oklahoma today, late this evening, and it continues. We've got tornado warnings north of me 30 miles and east of me about 40 miles. Tornado warnings continue active right now, ongoing at 1:48 a.m. Tornadoes continue at across northeast Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, but we've had very damaging tornadoes here across north Oklahoma. And again, I've heard of no fatalities, but I've heard of numerous injury reports, and I don't have a number yet, a total number yet, but I will tell you that Rogers County EMS and fire have confirmed to me they've had a number of entrapments with injuries in the area. Those people have been taken to local hospitals, probably both in Claremore and Tulsa. Tulsa hospitals have been receiving people from Claremore after being transported back to Tulsa from northeast Oklahoma to the area hospitals with a number of injuries. And again, I don't have a number. I don't know if it's 20 or if it's 100. I don't have a number, but I will tell you there's widespread damage, widespread injuries across a big area of northeast Oklahoma. That's really about it for right now. I'm going to be wrapping up here shortly and going to get some rest and come back up at sunup and on the damage. But I got to go check out one more extreme damage event just east of me here. I've got to go check on something that's pretty bad. I won't tell you about it yet. Until I'm on scene, I can verify what I'm getting reported, and I'll have a new update for you guys here in a little bit as we continue this horrible Memorial Day weekend tornado here and across northeast Oklahoma. I was out earlier today chasing out back west of I-35 in southern Kansas, and actually in northwest Oklahoma and southwest Kansas. Those storms did produce tornadoes both in northwest Oklahoma and southern Kansas. Filmed a couple of big tornadoes up there south of Minnesota. Boston launch, and then the storms did a lot of mergers and stuff. I was coming back home, came east, and then the storm came out of Osage County, and it was ramping up on intensity and circulation. Tulsa Weather had numerous tornado warnings in advance of the storm moving into northern Tulsa County. Circulation continued to intensify as it came across the Walsa, had numerous power flashes on 76, 86, and 96 as about a 3-mile wide mesocyclone circulation was continuing east. When it got to the east side of the Walsa, it rapidly intensified and started producing a significant damaging tornado, probably just barely north of 96th Street, but mainly 116th Street to Highway 20 and 177th East, and it came east and started rapidly intensifying to a violent tornado as it moved down Highway 20, and that's what I know right now. Okay, so that's it from Northeast Oklahoma. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Pray for the people down in Valley View in North Texas. Also, Claremore, home of Will Rogers. Will Rogers Museum was spared. It went south of them about 3 blocks, roughly 3 to 4 blocks. But there's a lot of damage. A lot of people are going to need your help here in Claremore, all the way over to Northwest Arkansas. We're going to need people's help. And as you can see, the damage all over this area, it's like this widespread across numerous counties, right? So anyway, be thinking about these people in Northeast Oklahoma, also in North Texas. They're going to need a lot of help. And it's been a horrible Memorial Day weekend across Northeast Oklahoma with these very destructive tornadoes, as predicted by the Storm Prediction Center, the Tulsa Weather Office, the Oklahoma City Weather Office, Wichita, Springfield. We all knew there was going to be violent tornadoes, especially after 7 p.m. And that's exactly what happened, right? Unfortunately, it hit a big city over here in Northeast Oklahoma, and it's continue in Northwest Arkansas, unfortunately. And we're continuing to do search and rescue all across Rogers County. I'm going to say Delaware County to my east. Numerous counties are still under search and rescue mode over right now. And the tornadoes over Northwest Arkansas look extremely destructive right now. Over Gravett, Arkansas, Rogers, Arkansas, Bentonville, Arkansas, you look like just a very extreme damaging tornado over there ongoing. Unfortunately, it looks really bad. But look at this. Yeah, it's really, really bad. I'm getting a word from somebody at my work here. Let's see what it says here. Okay. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, the tornado up to my north. Yeah, the storm in Rogers, Arkansas looks really bad. I mean, it's a tornadoes back at Gravett, and multiple tornadoes on the ground here. It's recycled, and now the tornadoes going into Rogers, Bentonville, Rogers, Lowell, Avico. Tornadoes look like they're ongoing right now near Rogers. Excuse me. Yeah, tornado on the ground, damaging tornado on the ground, west side of Rogers right now. This is Northwest Arkansas. This is the same tornadic storm that came out of Tulsa. It's been cycling, ramping up and ramping down. It continues to produce violent tornadoes. Okay, guys, that's it. I'm going to wrap it up at Claremore. I got to go check one other really bad report, and I'll get back with you shortly. This is the KOA campground east side of Claremore. There's heavy damage, and there was a number of injuries at this location. That's it. That's a wrap from this location. We'll get back with you guys a little bit later at sunup, okay?